This egg sauce is loaded. This is not your everyday egg sauce. It has special ingredients. It has eggs, chicken, yes, chicken. It has tomatoes, pepper, and a new special ingredient that I'm trying out. It has eggplant. So if you want to see what this delicious recipe looks like, keep watching. My name is Yemmie. Welcome to my kitchen. I feel like yam is a typical Nigerian weekend breakfast. We typically eat yams on Sundays, and I just thought today would be the perfect day to bring you this recipe. I always like to select yams that are easy to cut. You know, sometimes yams can have leg, arms, and funny shapes, but I try to get the ones that are smooth and just round and just easy to cut because I don't like stress. There are different types of yams, especially the yams you use for boiling. So this is not water yam or any other kind of yam. This is not cocoa yam. This is like normal yam. And I know I like my yam to be white and I like my yam to be old yam. So some people like new yam, some people like old yam, but me, I'm there for white yam that is a bit old. It's always sweet. To season yam, all you need is salt, but some people add sugar, and on some days I add sugar. Are you team just salt, or do you add sugar sometimes in your yam? It makes it very, very sweet too. For the sauce, I'm using 1 bell pepper red, 1 green bell pepper, some scotch bonnet, and some tomatoes. You can use anything that you want to make your sauce. And as someone that just received a new processor, the thing they cash, you know, when you get something new, you want to use it to do everything plus the things it cannot do. So I decided to try the slicing feature of this new processor that I got. The slicing feature is okay. It's just I didn't expect my tomatoes to be so thinly sliced. So I typically would just chop my tomatoes for my sauce, but it sliced the tomatoes well. Just look at it, it sliced it well. So I added the peppers also and the green peppers, and see, easy method is just take your knife and chop those things into little pieces. You don't need a processor. If you've watched the video up till this point and you like what you see, you like food content, I have a lot of it on this channel. Please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I would like to have you join the family. I really like the way the processor sliced my onions. That one I really like. I like my onions this shape, thinly sliced and like a bit long. So this was absolutely perfect. Now we're going to prep our eggplant. This is my first time trying eggplant. I always see it in the markets and I'm always curious. So I give myself a challenge to try something new every month, if possible every week. So I'm going to put a bit of these eggplants in the sauce with the eggs, and I think it will be perfect. The one rule I have for breaking eggs is break it separately, put it in one bowl, then check if there's anything wrong with the eggs before you transfer to the main bowl. That way you are saving yourself stress and wastage if one of the eggs was bad and you just poured everything into the same bowl. I'm a fan of anything smoked fish, smoked chicken, smoked anything, give it to me. So for this recipe, we'll be using smoked chicken, and I'm just shredding the smoked chicken. So I want it to be in little bits instead of big chunks. And this egg is going to be so delicious because it's filled with all this good stuff. I'm just going to check on the yam. Now that it is cooked, I'm just going to transfer it to my serving bowl. It's good to put your yam in the cooler so that it doesn't get cold, but because I knew we were eating immediately, I transferred immediately to the serving dish. To make the sauce, add some vegetable oil to a pan Depending on what kind of sauce you are making, egg sauce I mean, sometimes you can actually use palm oil for this recipe, but I'm using vegetable oil. And the first thing I want to do is to fry the onion. This is the first step I always do when I'm making sauces. And if you have enough patience to caramelize your onion, like cook it till it becomes sweet, you will be able to get a lot of flavor. Now I'm just going to add the tomatoes. Sometimes you can use blended tomatoes that you've already boiled and reduced. That works also. At this point, I'm going to add the eggplants. You can also use garden egg. Once you leave it to cook a bit, then you bring in the chicken and you introduce it to the pan. Make sure you don't have too much chicken, but at the end of the day, it depends on how you want your sauce to look. If you just want just a little bit of chicken so that it's really saucy, that's good. And then if you want the chicken and the egg to really balance out, you can do it any way you like. In another pan, I'm going to be stir frying the green bell pepper and the red bell pepper. And I'm doing this because I notice when you stir fry green bell pepper and red bell pepper, they come out with a flavor that is so distinct and so delicious as compared to when you put it inside the pot to boil with like other ingredients. So I wanted to get the flavors out. Now it's time to season the sauce, and I'm just going to add some salt. I'm going to add some chicken seasoning, chicken powder. I'm also going to add some white pepper because I just love the flavor of white pepper in chicken, and I'm going to add some thyme. I waited till this point to add seasoning because smoked chicken sometimes can be a bit salty, so you want to wait till the chicken has really entered the sauce before you season so that you don't end up with salty food. Now I'm just transferring the eggs to the pan. You don't need to mix it before you put it in, and then just put your pepper and cover it. At the end of the day, everything will mix fine. Cover the pan and allow it to cook properly. When the egg is done, come back and then mix everything together. There are so many ways to make eggs that will be so enjoyable for you and the whole family. Sometimes I just like my eggs plain, sometimes I like them scrambled, and sometimes I like them with all these ingredients in it that make it very, very delicious. So it depends on what you're craving. This is what my eggplant and chicken egg sauce looks like. A lot of eggs going on. I sprinkled a bit of spring onions at the top, at the end, and that way it just gives it a lot of flavor and it makes it look good, and it's just all round perfect for this dish. This was so perfect for Sunday morning yam and eggs. I want to know, what days do you eat yam and eggs? I eat them on Sunday, and after eating them, everybody just falls asleep because for me, yam is very heavy. I hope you try this recipe. If you do, please leave a comment. Let me know how it went. Please click the like button on this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!